Should I do that thing where influencers take like one sip and act like they've never seen food before? Like, oh my God. Yeah, no. So CrossFit Games announced a new partner and I ran out and got some.
Go hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise! I was scrolling through social media and I saw this post from Barbell Spin about this new partnership. It says, Jocko Fuel becomes official partner of the Noble CrossFit Games. And when I saw that, I was like, I've never even heard of this. And I might be the only one, like there'd be a ton of people in the comments below that are like, it's my favorite drink / protein shake. But me, I was like, what is this? And I saw they have them at GNCs. So I found this one at my local GNC. It is Mango Mayhem. Why did I choose this one? I don't know. The flavor sounded best, and maybe because I'm a CrossFitter, the word mayhem is a distraction and lures me in no matter what.
Welcome to Mayhem.
So it is passion fruit and mango, 10 calories, sugar-free. Let's see, what does it have in it? Caffeine, yeah, it's got caffeine, 95 grams. So it's not a ton of caffeine compared to what I believe was CrossFit's previous partner. And that would be this guy right here, Monster, which I believe is a little bit cheaper and bigger. It's 4 ounces bigger. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You don't really need to hold them next to each other to tell, but 16 ounces, 12 ounces. So smaller, less caffeine, 16 ounces for 140 milligrams per can. So that's your comparison there. I've noticed we're seeing less of Monster after the last 2 years they've been at the games. They even had water. They had Monster cans that looked just like this one, but instead of energy and all this stuff down here, it said purified water. And they had those at the CrossFit Games too. That's not something I believe they sell. It looks like they just put literally like a shrink wrap thing over this that said purified water instead of energy, and they just had it for the game so they can get their branding all over the place. And we used to have some athletes that were Monster athletes. I believe Mal O'Brien, Danielle Brandon, Noah Olson, maybe even Tia Claire Toomey if I'm remembering correctly. All were Monster athletes, and now a lot of them are with Rain, or I don't believe they have any energy drink affiliation. So I think Monster and CrossFit, they've parted ways, and Monster no longer wants to be with CrossFit would be my guess, just because Monster is such a big company. Like Jocko Fuel, never heard of it. Monster, I'd heard of before they decided to partner with CrossFit. So maybe this is a better fit though. I don't know. Yes, it's smaller, but maybe it's a better fit for CrossFit. Maybe the company is more geared towards the concepts that CrossFit is focused on and the lifestyle that CrossFit is focused on. I don't know. I don't know much about it. I'm trying to learn more about it for this video, but I wanted to give you my reaction instantly to trying it for the first time, literally hours after I heard it existed. So let's open it up and give it a try. It was on a shelf, so it wasn't very cold. I stuck it in the freezer for like 5 minutes, but it hasn't really done much. So again, it's Mango Mayhem, which is passion fruit and mango, sugar-free, 10 calories for this little can. It's carbonated, and I do like carbonated. Hold on. So it's not super flavorful. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's more of like a hint of mango and moderate carbonation. Could I get used to it? Sure. Was I expecting like a little bit more of a flavor punch, like when you compare it to Rain and Monster? Yeah, I think I was expecting a little bit more, or C4. I drink C4 too, and that packs a little bit more of a flavor punch. This is a little bit more subtle in my opinion. But like not bad. I'll finish it. It's just, it probably is a little bit less fake tasting, which maybe it's better for you because of that. There's a bunch of like vitamin B6, vitamin B12, magnesium, potassium in here. So it might just be like a healthier option than those. I don't know if it's actually healthier, but it might be a slightly less bad option than some of those other ones like Monster. And maybe that's why, partially, this may be a better fit for CrossFit than Monster. Let me read you something from the Barbell Spin. So they did put a quote from Jocko Willink. He is the founder of Jocko Fuel, and this product is called Jocko Go, in the Barbell Spin post. And it says, since I've had my CrossFit affiliate, so he's an affiliate owner, for 15 years, I know our goals are aligned, helping people become stronger, faster, healthier. So I feel like that might make this a better fit compared to this. I also think there could be some benefits in being with a smaller company. I don't actually know how big precisely Jocko Fuel is, but I do know they are small enough that I didn't hear of them. And I am pretty into fitness and stuff. So I do believe they are smaller than Monster and might be on a more comparable size to CrossFit. And I think maybe that's a better pairing to grow with than trying to compete or grow next to something that's already so big in so many places. So maybe it's a good move. I'm excited to see this and how it differs from Monster at the CrossFit Games this year and at semifinals, which is just around the corner later this month. So I'm gonna drink a little bit more of this and then I'm gonna head to the gym. It is Wednesday, which is kind of an active recovery day for me right now. So we just have some cardio on the bike, but let's see if this helps get me going. All right, so here's a little bit of my bike session, and basically to give you a little bit of an idea of what I'm doing. I am holding a certain wattage for a certain amount of time. All of that is instructed by my coach, but it is based off of an FTP test. And FTP stands for functional threshold power, and it's effectively a measure of the power you can hold for an hour, measured in watts. The FTP test is a flat out 20-minute test, and it's calculated as the average power output for that 20 minutes in watts. So if you want to give it a shot, that's basically what it is, and then you do some work based off that information. And most of the time, my heart rate is in a zone 2, zone 3 place while I'm doing this for an hour, a little over an hour. But I figured I would use this time to tell you a little bit more about my research into this Jocko drink, Jocko Go. So based off what it says on the website, it says it's engineered for anyone who wants to get after it in life. If you're looking for an extra cognitive or physical edge, Jocko Go is your force multiplier. It says it's scientifically formulated and was born through many hours of research, development, and testing, blended with the perfect amount of each ingredient. This world-class formula offers a combo punch of support for any cognitive performance. It's made with sugar-free monk fruit and has 95 milligrams of caffeine and 0 sugar, so it is keto-friendly. There's also an FDA disclaimer that these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, and this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. I will say from my little experience with it and having drank some of it before this workout, I felt as caffeinated as I usually do when I have that amount of caffeine. So it worked as much as any other, pre-workout energy drink works. And that's really all I have to say about it, and basically all I'd be looking for in a drink like this. Anyway, on Instagram, though, I did see that Dave Castro seemed to give his, I don't know if I would call it a seal of approval, but a nudge of approval to this Jocko Go stuff. In part, his Instagram post said, from the 45 minutes I spent with Jocko before going on the podcast to doing the podcast. Oh yeah, he was on a podcast. There's a tiny bit of that now.
I started researching. I started looking into CrossFit. I started looking at all the website, at all the journal articles, and it was incredibly intimidating, especially because I didn't grow up with the Olympic lifts or powerlifting really, or any of those movements.
And both these guys, Dave Castro and Jocko, are Navy SEALs, so they have that in common. Back to the Castro quote. From the 45 minutes I spent with Jocko before going on the podcast to doing the podcast, to diving into his books and learning about his message, and to seeing how he handles himself as a mentor and leader, I have to admit I am now a huge Jocko fan. Super solid guy who has sound advice and genuinely cares about making people better. I highly recommend the book and following his principles in general. So I think that's a pretty strong recommendation for Jocko, the creator of this beverage. So I do like that it sounds like a lot of CrossFit, a lot of the OG CrossFit people, at least Castro, are supportive of this partnership. And we'll see how it goes throughout the CrossFit season. And I'm still biking. Don't worry, still biking for the full session, but you're not going to see all that. Just finished up that bike session, and I love that stuff. I got to admit it. I like sitting on the bike for an hour and 3 minutes and just like having a moderate heart rate and sweating. Just my favorite. But I got this still, to finish this still, and I'm going to take a sip now. It's not bad. It's just very different from a flavorful perspective compared to some other things. I'm not gonna lie to you, like some people who, like influencers and stuff, I don't consider myself an influencer. No one pays me. I paid for this myself, paid full price for this, and it costs more than a C4 or a Monster at the grocery store. This cost me $3.54, I believe. And usually I can get C4s and Monsters for like get a couple of them and get a discount, so it costs less than $3.54 a can, and there's more fluid ounces of them. Like Rain, yeah, all those things, Rain, Monster, C4, all of them, I can get a discount and pay less than this costs. But it's not bad. I have the palate of a toddler. Like, I think chicken tenders are like just delicious. So take that for what that's worth. But I don't mind it. I'll totally finish it. It's, I think, possibly better for you. I don't know. It says nootropics, electrolytes, vitamins. I don't know. But it's not bad. And I did see Dave Castro posted about Jocko, the guy who's the co-founder of this company, and had some really complimentary things to say about him. And I do think that says something. I trust Dave's judgment. I've met him a few times. I also was at the games the first year that Monster was, a partner. And I remember when there was a Monster on the table and it was the water, just the purified water in the Monster can. He drank it and he was like, it's just water. I would never drink this or something to the effect of that. I don't know if that's exactly what he said, but something to the effect that he would not drink Monster and didn't seem super happy about that partnership. So the fact that he's a little bit more on board with this one, it sounds like, not that he talked about the product at all. He talked more about Jocko as a person in his post, and I'll put that up here if you haven't seen it. He did a podcast with him and had some nice things to say about Jocko as a person, and that he cares about people and things like that. So he didn't necessarily say go drink this, and he might not support this, because I know Dave Castro likes, I think, things that are less processed than this, I think. So he didn't say go drink this, but he seemed to like the partnership, it sounds like, more than he liked the Monster partnership. But that's me reading between the lines. I don't remember him putting out anything so positive about the founder of Monster when that partnership was released. So interesting to see some people like that coming out behind this founder of this product, at least. And it's not bad. It's not bad. I would suggest trying it if you can find it. I found it at my local GNC. It's not crazy expensive, and it's pretty on par with like a Fit Aid in price and in size. So not bad. I'll probably try to get a couple more flavors just for the sake of supporting CrossFit and their new partnership. And I'm gonna guess there's probably gonna be some at the North America West semifinal that I'm going to. Subscribe if you want to see that content coming up, but I'm guessing there's gonna be some of those there. I would love to try their protein, because I am drinking some protein now after my workout, and it's not Jocko protein because I don't have any, but they do make protein too, and that is part of the partnership. So that's something to check out. This was literally announced today, and I found this at a local store. I didn't see the protein there, so I just didn't have it for this video, but I would like to try it. And if I try it at North American West semis, if it's there, which I think there's a chance because it is done by CrossFit, that particular semifinal, I will definitely try it and I'll let you know what I think. I appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.